Well, hello there to you. Happy Christmas festive season. Today is Boxing Day. It's the day after Boxing Day. It's Thursday, the 27th of December, 2018. And as promised just before Christmas, because I said I was getting it on Christmas Day, and indeed I did, here I am with my honest review of Stage Hypnosis, My Way, by Terry Stokes, the legendary American hypnotist. If you've read above or below, you know that the spoiler basically says that my bottom line, short version, and I'll read it exactly, is that the short direct version of this video review is that for $24.95, which is what the book costs on Terry's website, the link's above or below the video, plus the cost of shipping on top, which if you're in England, for example, is going to cost you $28.50 on top. So the book's $24.95, which is roughly £19.76 sterling. But if you're in England, it's going to cost you $28.50 to get it shipped, which is another £22.60. So in total, if you're in England, it's going to cost you about £42.36 to put that in perspective. With that in mind, and the fact it will cost you, if you're in England, £42.36 sterling to get this in your hands. If you're in America, it'll be $28.50 plus whatever shipping is in America. Then my conclusion is that for those of you who already know stage hypnosis, those of you who are already highly experienced and highly knowledgeable, with hundreds of shows under your belt, and I mean hundreds of shows under your belt, then this is well worth adding to your collection of books. However, for those of you who are novices or quite early on in your career, if you've done less than, I'd say if you've done less than 400 shows, I'm just going to take that figure because that's realistic. If you've done less than 400 shows, then this is not really the book you want to be reading right now. You want to get further on in your career for the contents of this book to totally make sense for reasons I'll explain shortly. If you are a novice or you've done less than 400 shows in your career, then frankly, you'd be better off spending an extra 59 cents, and instead of paying $24.95 for this book, My Way by Terry Stokes, you would be wiser to invest a total of $25.54. But as you'll be able to order what I'm about to say off Amazon, it means there'll be no postage cost if you order it with other stuff. So actually you'll save money because there'll be no shipping costs, and get the books Stage Hypnosis Made Easy and Hypnotherapy Made Easy, both of which are by myself, yours truly, Jonathan Royle. If you're in England, you can get both of those books for less than £20. To put it in perspective, my book, Stage Hypnosis Made Easy, is just $12.77 on Amazon USA, or £9.86 sterling on Amazon UK. My book, Hypnotherapy Made Easy, is just $12.77 on Amazon USA, or £9.86 sterling on Amazon UK. The links to which are above or below this video, depending on where you see it. Now, I'm not saying those books are better than this. If you have done over 400 shows and you're an experienced stage hypnotist, then the ball game becomes entirely different. But if you're a novice or you've early on in your career, you've only been at it a few years, and you've done less than 400 shows, then a lot of what's in this book will go over your head. No disrespect. This is a book written by somebody who has been in the industry for decades and has worked every type of imaginable venue as a comedy stage hypnotist. Now, so in a nutshell, I'm saying this book is well worth reading if you're an established stage hypnotist with many years' experience, or you've done at least 400 shows in different types of venue. And then what's in here will be gold dust to you, will make sense because you'll be able to read between the lines. It's one of those books that makes sense when you've been there and done it. Unfortunately, a lot of what's in here will go over novices' heads or people's heads who've not done several hundred shows already or been involved in show business for a long, long time. A lot of it will go over the head and they'll miss the true value of what's in here. Now, the thing is, if you look at the links below or above this video and you invest $12.77 or £9.86 into my book, Stage Hypnosis Made Easy, that's available on Amazon, then what you will find, I've made some notes, you see, we'll come back to this book in a minute, but I know most people watching this won't have been in the industry for years and won't have done at least 400 shows. So in order to get total value from Terry's book, you need to have a certain level of understanding, knowledge, and stuff. And there is only one pair of books on the market, and I've read everyone's books, trust me. Actually, Delavar's book from decades ago, which also includes stuff from his parents and grandparents, that does contain the stuff that will bring you up to a level to understand what's in here. But it was written in a kind of very old-fashioned way. And Delavar, who is one of my original mentors and tutors, gave me permission to rewrite a lot of the material, and I've included that in my Stage Hypnosis Made Easy book and from a therapeutic point in my Hypnotherapy Made Easy book. Now, I suggest you get both of them. They're both $12.77 on the Amazon USA or £9.86 sterling on Amazon UK. The links are above or below this video. When you've read them, then invest in a copy of Stage Hypnosis My Way, and it will make way more sense to you. In this book, Terry mentions the Encyclopedia of Genuine Stage Hypnosis by Orman McGill, and he says it's good if you're doing theatre shows. To be honest, I say that Orman's book is completely outdated. There's lots of stuff in it that's dangerous and illegal, and if you want a book that's up to date, written by someone who's worked in the trenches for several decades and still is doing, and was taught by people, including Delavar, who himself was a stage hypnotist for decades, and his parents were, and his grandparents, back to when it was called suggestive therapeutics from a therapy point of view, and demonstrations of magnetism on stage. I mean, that's how far Delavar's family go back. Then I promise you, Hypnotherapy Made Easy and Stage Hypnosis Made Easy, as per the links above or below this video, will take you to a level of knowledge far beyond any other book on stage hypnosis and any other book on hypnotherapy on the planet available from anyone. That sounds massively egotistical, I know, but if you check out hypnotismexposed.co.uk, you will see testimonials from people I've taught around the world who are now headlining 5-star cruise ships, appearing on their own television shows in their own countries, filling out capacity venues, and at the top of the stage hypnosis industry worldwide, who I originally either taught or helped become even more successful and get to where they are today. So if you do that, then not only will you get 2 books for $25.54, which is just 59 cents more than buying this book, albeit that actually you'll save money because Amazon will send it you postage free, still have no shipping costs, but you will learn stuff nobody else is teaching. That I guarantee you. My book, Stage Hypnosis Made Easy, is 248 large British A4 format pages. In other words, that's roughly as big as this book when it's open, each page. So this book, Stage Hypnosis My Way, Terry Stokes, it's got page numbering up to page 202, but some of them are blank for notes at the back. So in truth, you've got 198 pages. Okay? And it's quite big text and spacing. Put that in perspective. The reason I mention that is because Stage Hypnosis Made Easy is 248 large A4 pages. In other words, it's equivalent to a 496 page book. If it was printed the same size as Terry's book, my book, Stage Hypnosis Made Easy, will be 496 pages of pure gold, as you will see when you get it in your hands, and it will only cost you $12.77 or £9.86 sterling from Amazon, links above or below. And then my book, Hypnotherapy Made Easy, and I mentioned that because the second half of this book, pages 124 to 197 of this book are about self-hypnosis and hypnotherapy, not about stage hypnosis. Okay, so be aware of that. So there's only really pages 1 to 121 of this book, because there's a couple of gap pages between, that are actually about stage hypnosis, whereas all 496 pages equivalent, but actually 248 large A4 pages of my book, Stage Hypnosis, are about the business. Everything, from marketing yourself, to doing your shows, to health and safety, duty of care, everything you ever need to know is in Stage Hypnosis Made Easy. And then my book, Hypnotherapy Made Easy, that's $12.77 or £9.86, is 212 large A4 pages, which, if it had been printed in the same size as this book, would be equivalent to 424 pages. So if you buy both of those books, you will have 460 A4 pages of dynamite information between hypnotherapy and Stage Hypnosis Made Easy, which is equivalent to 920 pages of this size. In other words, it's equivalent to 4.5 copies of this book, but it will only cost you 59 cents more, but actually you'll save money because it's free shipping from Amazon. Look at the links above or below. Now, when you've studied them, then I guarantee you, you'll be in a far better position to understand the pure nuggets of gold, because this book is largely the first 123 pages, it's stories about show business, but the parables, and there is a lot to learn within, but only when you have more of an understanding of how and why stage hypnosis shows truly work, which Terry does scrape on, but it is scrape. There's a problem, you see, now and again he'll mention this video demonstrates such and such, and there's no link to the video. Whereas in my Stage Hypnosis Made Easy, when I mention videos, there are links to the videos that you can watch free online. I get the impression this is kind of a guidebook to go with his online course that obviously you have to pay more money to become a member of, and that's fine. It's just that there's mentions of videos and then there's no links to them, which is a little bit disappointing, unfortunately. There's also a couple of inaccuracies in the book, but I think they're honest errors. In fact, I know they're honest errors because clearly Terry is an upstanding man of his word and would not knowingly mislead people. Or it could just be that he's written the book in the context of stage hypnosis only exists in America, which often happens in books. But there is a mention, for example, that he saw his first stage hypnosis show in 1968, okay, in the spring break. He saw Jack Berry do a hypnosis show. Now, on that basis, that would make Spring Break 2018 50 years. On the back of the book, learn comedy stage hypnosis from one of the most acclaimed and accomplished hypnotists of our time. For over 50 years, Terry Stokes has taught, lectured, and performed all over the world. I'm not sure how that works, because Terry himself makes mention of being at university and whatnot, and seeing his first hypnosis show in 1968, and then it was several years later before he went, according to his own words, and sought out Jack Berry to teach him stage hypnosis. So slight inaccuracy there maybe, or misunderstanding. Perhaps he was doing magic shows before, I don't know, but if he was, it's not mentioned in here. There's mention that Terry says he was the first person to be selling self-help audios after stage hypnosis shows. I assume he means that he was the first person selling them on audio cassette or something, and not the first person to be doing it, because I know that Peter Casson, the British stage hypnotist, who was massively successful from the early 40s, sort of wartime, was selling vinyl records before audio cassettes existed, as was, I believe, Ralph Slater, the American hypnotist, who was one of the reasons why Britain ended up with the 1952 Hypnotism Act, because he had major problems when he came performing here. Yeah, so, and there's other mentions of like, a routine, getting a man's adult private parts, you know, talking, as it were. And there's mention that Anthony Cools took the idea with Terry's permission and then made it I assume, from my understanding, the ladies' part's talking. Again, that may be true in America, but the fact is I know I've seen British comedy stage hypnotists back in as far back as 1990, okay, doing that same routine. This predates the internet, so there's no way people in America would have known really what was going on, or vice versa. So it's probably a case of independent creation, but I know that it was also being done before that, because there's mention of such routines in Delavar's book, The Hypnotist Bible, which was on sale in the 60s and 70s as well, predating. And again, the same with the mention of the hypnotist is in love and going up and caressing people while the music plays. That's something that I've seen British stage hypnotists do a mention of going back to the 50s and 60s again. So, but it'll be a case of independent creation, because these things were going on before the internet existed in England. But yeah, a bit more study and you find that stuff happened quite often in England before it happened in America in terms of stage hypnosis. And well, that makes sense when you look at history full stop, because England was discovered before America and whatnot. So yeah, in a nutshell, it's well worth buying, but I don't see really the point for pages 124 to 197 on self-hypnosis and hypnotherapy when the book's called Stage Hypnosis My Way. If it's to help you prepare audio programs, then it would have been more helpful to have a complete ready-to-go script template, such as I provide in my Hypnotherapy Made Easy book that accompanies which you can get and works hand in hand with my Stage Hypnosis Made Easy book, mentioned at the links above or below. But the first part, pages 1 to 121, are pure gold. There's nuggets galore in there that will make total sense to you when either A, you've been in the industry for decades, B, you've done at least, I'd say, 400 shows in different venues, or C, at the very least, you've studied both stage hypnosis and hypnotherapy made easy by me. I know it sounds like a blatant plug, so please don't take my word for it. They're the best books on the subject and the best training. Look at the links above or below this video and check out the testimonials from people I've taught around the world, including household name, television hypnotists, people who are filling 5-star theatres on cruise ships and on land. And then do yourself a favour, get them. Then afterwards, then go and order this and learn from the pure genius and wisdom of someone who's been there and done it. Yeah, it's a very enjoyable read, but you will learn far more from Stage Hypnosis and Hypnotherapy Made Easy by me. And because the shipping's free from Amazon, you'll actually save money overall. And also not the best choice. A hypnotist smoking a cigar? That's a bad message. But other than that, excellent book. Great if you like show business stories that have also got lessons and parables that you can learn from. And you can learn from even if you're not a stage hypnotist. They're just general showbiz stories that apply to becoming a better performer and more confident and in control. And when you become more confident and in control, and therefore ultimately a better performer, it's far easier to do a stage hypnosis show, rest assured. So yeah, check out the links above or below. Get it if you've done loads of shows, highly established, and feel confident that you can read between the lines of what's in there. Certainly worth the money in that context, but if you're a beginner, a novice, or you've done less than 400 shows in different venues, I'd say seriously do yourself a favour. Get Stage Hypnosis and Hypnotherapy Made Easy first, read them, and then read this afterwards to put the icing on the cake. Enjoy. Bye for now.